Hey guys, it's Brandon here. I wanted to start doing some well, for a while now I've been wanting to do some Blu-ray reviews and update type things. Hopefully I'll be doing it with a better camera than this shitty webcam right now. Well, this is just the one right on the Mac, so everything's gonna be backwards, words. So this doesn't make sense because it's like a mirror. But like I said, hopefully I'll either get a webcam or start using a camera at the school or something. But I just wanted to try to do this, not really for views. It's more like to just validate why I spend so much money on movies, because I spend a dangerous amount. I counted the other day, and including all my DVDs, the Blu-rays, TV series, and all that shit. I have a little app. It's called iMovie, so it keeps track of all your shit, and it was 1,345 movies I have. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to start doing, like I said, some Blu-ray reviews and updates. So I thought I'd start it off with maybe just going through shelf by shelf, what I got, what I think of each movie. This is going to be a little longer one. And just kind of what I think of each one and shit, and show you what I have at first, and then we can start doing the updates. I'll try to do a weekly one where I show you, because I at least get 2 or 3 movies a week, pretty much for the most part. And yeah, I kind of want to I've always wanted to get into that. I like that I have a lot of subscriptions to various channels on YouTube, so I just wanted to try it out, see what it does. If it does nothing, that's fine. I don't care. It's just that it's kind of more for me. I just want to see if I can just validate this. I feel like if I buy this, then maybe I have a reason to. You know what I mean? As shitty as that sounds, but either way, whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna go through. This is my first list. I get to the beginning of the B's. It's just my first shelf. I'll go shelf by shelf videos. This is the first one. I'll probably do another one later on next week or something. But just to see if people like it. So I'm starting off with the numbers. So it's first one up is 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles. I always liked remember the 90s? They had all those teen comedies like She's All That and all those other damn movies. I liked this one. This was the best one in my opinion. It's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jesus, Heath Ledger, who I always think they're really they look a lot alike. I always used to think they could be brothers, especially back then anyway. Julia Stiles, it's Shakespeare's interpretation, or a high school interpretation of Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew. It's a pretty decent movie. I laughed quite a bit. This was the 10th anniversary. It's a cute little teen movie. Whatever, don't judge me. But 10 Things I Hate About You, not too bad. Then we got a movie that I haven't actually watched on Blu-ray yet, but it's 3:10 to Yuma. I'm not a giant fan of westerns. I do like a couple here and there. This one had a great fucking cast. Russell Crowe and Christian Bale. Like I said, I haven't watched it on Blu-ray yet, so I can't tell you too much about the PQ. But yeah, a pretty damn good movie. This movie here, I remember I watched this in theaters, and I really disliked it. I just thought that they were just saying vulgar things for the sake of being vulgar, and it wasn't really funny to me. But then I rewatched it in theaters again because I went with a different buddy, and for some reason I loved it this time, and then I had to buy it. It's 30 minutes or less. It's one of the fastest paced comedies to come out in the last 10 years, in my opinion. Not the best or anything, but it's so fucking zips by so quick. I think it's 82 minutes long. But it's got a great cast. Aziz Ansari, Jesse Eisenberg, which was weird. I always thought this was a really weird choice for him to do right after Social Network. He was nominated for Best Actor, had a lot of followers, and then he decided to do this, which I'm glad he did. I really liked the movie. After I said, I watched it a couple times. Danny McBride, I love in anything, and Nick Swardson, who actually plays a character, not just an Adam Sandler walk-on. But it's pretty funny. It's pretty zany, pretty raunchy. I highly recommend checking it out. It's a movie that plays well with a lot of people rather than you just watching it on your own. So get some friends and watch this. It's pretty damn funny. 40-Year-Old Virgin. I love Judd Apatow shit. I have to have all of it. I think I have everything. If not on Blu-ray, I definitely have it on DVD. This was the first one that put him on the map. He'd been a producer for a while, did stuff like Anchorman, but this was the first one he ever directed. He did this, and then he did Knocked Up and Funny People. Now he's doing This Is 40, which comes out end of this year, I believe. I always like this. Steve Carell gives an awesome performance. He's just a guy who just hasn't gotten laid. And this was the first we were ever really introduced to Seth Rogen. He had played bit parts, and Can anyone? Okay, the other day, not the other day. Last time I watched Donnie Darko, I guess I had never realized it, but Seth Rogen is one of the guys in it. For some reason, I was just completely fucking zoned out or something. Didn't realize that it's Seth Rogen. Rewatch Donnie Darko if for some reason you're like, Seth Rogen's not in Donnie Darko. He totally is, and it's fucking weird to see him there. I was like, what? But 40 Year Old Virgin, I liked it. In my opinion, it's not his best movie, but it's funny. I laughed my ass off. It's got a lot of those. You know who you're gay? You know how I know you're gay? That's one of my favorite parts. But I love these Universal titles. Universal and Warner Brothers, in my opinion, put out the best Blu-rays because they put out either the picture-in-picture, which is really fun, or the maximum movie mode on Warner Brothers, which is the best feature of all time. I love that goddamn Blu-ray feature. I watch it when I'm cleaning or doing homework or some shit. It's just so cool to watch them talk about their movies and shit. I was straying. But anyway, one of my definitely my top 5 favorite movies of last year. It's 50-50. This movie's fucking amazing. It's not really. I noticed that it's really like not very well edited or directed in a sense. Like there's a lot of not plot holes or anything, but just parts where you're like, I wonder why they did that with just different editing techniques and stuff. But it's awesome. Like very greatly acted. Very greatly. I go to school. I'm a fucking dumbass. It's very good, very well acted. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is slowly becoming my favorite actor of his generation. Seth Rogen, who was essentially the same character he is in every movie, but it really delivers a really good performance. And I'm slowly becoming a very big Anna Kendrick fan too. I didn't like her when she started off just because I knew she was in the piece of shit Twilight movies, but now I'm starting to really like her after Up in the Air in this. In my opinion, 51st Dates. It's one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies, and can we talk about Adam Sandler for a second here? What the hell is he doing? I didn't watch Jack and Jill. I watched, what do you have, Grown Ups, which was, and then Just Go With It, which was, and it's, in my opinion, it's because people didn't get behind Funny People, which I don't know why they didn't. I mean, granted, it was marketed weird, but I thought that was a great movie. I laughed. I thought it was a very deep movie. And he can act when he wants to act. I mean, we've seen Punch Drunk Love, and he's a good actor. Why is he doing this shit? I'm just hoping he's got a new R-rated comedy coming up. That's My Boy with Andy Samberg, and I'm hoping, I mean, the trailers are, I'm hoping he can come out. Because back at Happy Gilmore and all those fucking movies, he's a hilarious goddamn guy. I really like Adam Sandler. But 51st Dates is one of my favorite movies with him. It's really good. I like it. It's kind of a romantic comedy, but it's got his signature brand while also having kind of a heart to it. And I like that. Without being dumb. Too dumb anyway. 127 Hours. James Franco by Danny Boyle. Pretty damn good movie. It's got a pretty good pace. I thought originally that I always like movies in one central location. I kind of dig that. And this makes like extreme use out of little, I guess I could say. Like they're in one location, but he makes it feel so big and vast, and it goes by like that. It does take 90 minutes for him to cut his arm off, if you didn't know that, though. So, no, it's he's a fucking amazing performance by James Franco. For those of you who think he's just stoned and can't act, this was a really good performance by him. The colors on this Blu-ray too, by the way, I didn't watch it in theaters, so I don't really have anything to judge it towards. But the colors on this are so vibrant and they make your TV look fucking beautiful. There are very few movies that really just like constantly popping because of all the contrast. Really good PQ, some pretty cool special features. The guy who this is based on has a cool little interview in here. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And if you have it, it's definitely one of those movies that's worth seeing on Blu-ray because it really looks nice. Next one, in my opinion, a really damn good Stephen King adaptation. It's 1408. Samuel Jackson and John Cusack. Samuel Jackson's really not in it that much, but John Cusack delivers a fucking awesome performance. Again, one of those central, like one location, but they make so much more out of it. This is a pretty cool movie. The thing that sucks about the Blu-ray though, and I might have to look again because I can't remember. I haven't seen it on Blu-ray for a while. It only comes with the director's cut ending, and I liked the theatrical cut ending better, and that's usually rarely the case. Usually, I like the director's cut endings, but because usually they're much more dark and than what the director wanted, obviously. But this one, for some reason, I didn't like it as much. I didn't. I like the theatrical cut better, but it's one of those movies that you feel like you're really being fucked with the entire time. That's what I liked about it. Speaking of John Cusack, I don't know what. It's Roland Emmerich's 2012. It looks cool. It looks cool on Blu-ray. That's all I can say. If you're looking for plot or character development or great acting, you're not going to find it here. But what you will find is just an excessive amount of things blowing the fuck up. And, like, when you think of Roland Emmerich, it's like Michael Bay. You get what you pay. I mean, it's going to look cool. You're certainly not going to cry or walk away with it going, that was deep. But you're going to see a bunch of shit exploding. I mean, take it for what it is. Don't be all preachy and Hollywood's going down the shitter. I mean, it is, but, take it in strides. This isn't that bad of a movie. I mean, it is what it is. If you can complain about it, but don't go see it then. Just don't go see it. If you watch the trailer and you go, oh, that'd be kind of cool, it's exactly, you get what you see in the trailer. So whatever. I mean, it's okay. All right, that was my numbers for Blu-ray anyway. I got a shit ton more on DVD, but right now I'm just doing Blu-ray. So now we got the Adjustment Bureau. We're going into A's now. I was actually pretty surprised by this. This was one of those movies that I see the commercial for, and I was like, I could go see that in the theaters, but never have the drive to actually get my fat ass up and go see it, so I just get the movie. I like this movie. Matt Damon and Emily Blunt have some pretty cool chemistry. They actually fit together. They don't feel like just like prototypes going at each other. But it's a cool little idea. I have to rewatch it because I watched it like as soon as I bought it, and I haven't watched it since. But it's got some really cool visuals and just a really cool idea behind like this romantic. It's like a romantic thriller almost, a romantic drama. It's a pretty cool genre but it's also science fiction. It's based off of Philip K. Dick, either short story or novel. I apologize, I don't know right off the top of my head, but it's something worth checking out. I haven't watched this yet. I bought it the day it came out. I haven't watched it yet. I really got to watch it because I've heard good things about it. It's The Adventures of Tintin, just because of the massive amount of people who have worked on this. It's Steven Spielberg, Peter Jackson, Edgar Wright had his hand in it. I mean, so many people. Joe Cornish. I mean, so many people have just, had their hand. And I know this wasn't a huge success in America, but it made its money and more overseas because that's where it's mostly popular. But I got to check this out. I can't really do a full review on it or anything, but I do have to check it out. I bought these when the Best Buy had their trade and save. I hope every single time they do it, I bring my tons of movies in because I got to replace them. But it's Alien and Aliens, just awesome movies. Alien 3 was Alien Resurrection was Jesus Christ, but these two are awesome fucking movies. I love introducing these movies to people who have never seen them and don't know anything about the alien mythology and only have grown up on those pieces of shit Alien versus Predator movies. You got to introduce them to these. And these are, cornerstones of the science fiction genre, and I'm so fucking pumped for Prometheus. When I first heard about it, I was like, and then the teaser trailer was like, okay, and then the trailer came out, I was like, holy shit, I gotta see this movie. If you haven't seen it, watch the Prometheus trailer. It looks so fucking good. One of my favorite movies, and a lot of people, I remember when I found out this won Best Picture, I was kind of pissed. I can't remember why. I was like 10 at the time, so why the fuck did it even bother me? Whatever. But I rewatched it, and then I had to get it, because for some reason, when you're kids and you watch a movie and you don't even get it, and you're just like, you automatically hate it. I don't know why I watched this as a kid either, because I probably shouldn't have. But either way, it's American Beauty. Kevin Spacey delivers his best performance in his career, and just one of my favorite performances by an actor in a movie. It's so funny and so bizarre, but in this totally relatable way. I highly recommend it. Sam Mendes, he's a great director too. Did movies like Road to Perdition, Revolutionary Road, Jarhead. This is a great. If you haven't seen this, you have to see this. It's one of the best movies to come out in the last 20 years or so. It's pretty damn good. I'm probably overselling it, but it is good. Edward Norton's one of my favorite actors, and this is American History X, probably his best performance. It's not my favorite movie he's in, but it's his best performance in my opinion. This movie's fucking hard. It's hard to watch, but it is so damn good. It hits some nerves, but it's basically kind of a, listen to me, I suck. It's basically a statement on America's racial tension, I guess, which, I mean, now more than ever with this whole Trayvon case going on, I mean, is now more prevalent than ever. But it's a great movie about, I mean, it kind of got these redemptive qualities, and it's certainly not a feel-good movie, I'll tell you that much, but it is very good. American Psycho is one of my favorite movies. Again, it's one of those movies that I didn't truly understand when I first watched it and had to rewatch it and then fell in love with it. Christian Bale, again, probably not my favorite movie he's ever been in, but I believe this is his best performance. It's so unbelievably psychotic. So fucking strange. You have to watch. There's really not a lot of ways to describe this other than a guy who is slowly losing grip with reality. I tried reading some of the novel, and it was honestly absolutely like brutal. And I can't read either, so I suck. This is one of those movies that it's like if someone gave me $10, I'd just give it up. It's just once I buy a movie, I keep it just in case, because I'm always just like, well, what if I want to watch it someday? I highly doubt I'll ever really want to watch this movie again. It's the Russell Brand one. It's okay. I like Russell Brand. I mean, he's most people either hate him or they love him. I'm just kind of in between. I'm just like, he's all right. I like him. I like Get Him to the Greek and Forgetting Sarah Marshall, stuff like that. This was literally the definition of all right. I could do without it. I didn't laugh out loud ever, but I mean, like, there was a couple chuckles here. It's all right. It's all right. I will take Liam Neeson in anything, and this is the A-Team. This movie was so, like, it's directed by, God damn it, I'm forgetting his name, but I was just talking about him. Oh, God, what's his name? Joe Carnahan. Wow. Who did Smoking Aces, Narc, and probably one of my favorite movies of this year, The Grey, so far. That movie's fucking amazing. I can't wait to get that one. The A-Team was just this crazy-ass, like, throws logic to the wind and just fucking bullets and action and cool one-liners. It's kind of a cool throwback to 80s action movies, just with better CGI and more yelling. It is what it is. I mean, I didn't really watch the show that much, so I don't know how much of a faithful adaptation this is, but I liked it. I laughed. They all have pretty good chemistry, I'll say that. I liked all the actors pretty much for the most part. I liked Bradley Cooper. It is what it is. Like I said, it doesn't take itself too serious, which is why I liked it. The Aviator, as of right now, Leonardo DiCaprio is probably my favorite actor of his generation. I really like him. He was one of those actors that when he started out, like in Titanic and Romeo and Juliet and shit, I just hated him. I think probably because all the women were just fawning over him. I didn't understand what the fuck the appeal was, maybe. And then, so I hated him literally up until 2006 when I saw The Departed, and that changed my view entirely. And then I rewatched everything like Titanic and all those movies, and I was just like, why the hell did I hate him? He's fucking amazing. So now, literally, he's like I think my favorite actor of his generation. The Aviator, he delivers a great goddamn performance. It's another one of those movies that feels like it's fucking with you because you don't understand whether or not the guy's insane or if the things around him are just spiraling out of control. But it's brilliantly photographed, beautifully shot. This is another one of those movies that should be seen on Blu-ray just because of the beautiful landscapes and cinematography. It's done by Martin Scorsese, who's one of my favorite directors. I highly recommend seeing it. It's a very good movie. Back to kind of the epitome of okay. It's like when I get money. I mean, me and my girlfriend work quite a bit. We have quite a bit of money. It's just like I just buy everything that comes out for the sake of buying it. I don't know why, but it's Bad Teacher. This was all right. Justin Timberlake and Jason Segel are pretty funny in it, as are Cameron Diaz. I laughed. I did quite a bit. It's not plot driven. It's really not even character driven. It's just like funny joke after funny joke. I laughed. That's all I could say. It certainly wasn't the best comedy of last summer because there was quite a bit of good ones that came out. This one was all right though. I'll probably watch it again someday, and I did laugh. I did. This movie, Danielle wanted to get it. Battle Los. It's the Steelbook too. I feel so shitty that I have the Steelbook of Battle Los Angeles. This was literally like watching someone play Call of Duty, and it's never as fun, and you're kind of confused half the time. It's okay. I really can't even say that. It's subpar. It's sub good. It's pretty bad actually. I can honestly never see myself watching this movie again. Yeah. We'll move on. We can just disregard that you didn't see that. A movie that I will watch again, it's Beetlejuice. I try to watch this once every Halloween. I love this movie. I love the tone and the crazy visuals of it. Tim Burton's a master of that shit. I'm looking forward to Dark Shadows. Because that kind of looks like it's this kind of tone where it's one of those spooky but absolutely like bizarre movies, and I miss those from him. So hopefully it's a return to form. This was, Michael Keaton gives one of the best performances a comic actor can give in one of these type of roles. It's really out there and bizarre and really funny. If you haven't seen Beetlejuice, it's another one of those movies that it's fun to introduce to a new generation because it's funny to see their reaction to it. Some of them are just like, this is stupid. All those look fake and dumb. I liked it. I loved it. It's one of those movies. Speaking of Tim Burton, another one. I haven't watched this on Blu-ray, and in fact, I haven't seen this since it came out. I barely remember anything. I remember I had a lot of cool visuals. I got to revisit it. It's Big Fish, starring Ewan McGregor, Billy Crudup. I remember when I watched it, it kind of got that like bigger than life Forrest Gump type feel. I really have to rewatch it. I can't say enough about it because I honestly don't remember that much. I really gotta revisit it. And the last one on this shelf, not the last one with my bees, but the last shelf up there that you can't see, is Black Swan. This was one of the craziest fucking movies I've seen in a while. It's got an amazing scene featuring a bed, Natalie Portman, and Mila Kunis, for those of you who haven't seen it. No, but it is a really cool visual movie, and she does a frighteningly good job, Natalie Portman does. And I love Darren Aronofsky's stuff. Requiem for my Dream. God, I can't talk. Requiem for a Dream is one of my favorite films of all time. I love that movie. This isn't close to it, but it's a pretty damn good movie too. It is. It was one of my favorite movies of last 2010. I was glad it got a Best Picture nomination, but yeah, a pretty damn good movie. So like I said, I'll try to do like one a week maybe of the shelves, and then start doing Blu-ray updates and film reviews of new movies and stuff like that. If you have anything to say, question, comment below. If you want me to actually go into detail and review something that you've seen, I'm happy to take requests. If this doesn't go off, that's fine. Like I said, it's more like for me to just kind of see if this is something for me, and just kind of make it so that I have a reason to buy Blu-rays instead of just buying them for the sake of wasting money. But I'm a huge film fan, and I love movies. If I'm not making movies or writing movies, learning about movies, watching movies, buying movies. It's all my life is about movies. So let me know what you think. I'm glad you watched. Thank you very much.